Good day everyone, I'm Ronel Kaeling Aboy, BS Criminology student of Misamis Oriental Institute of Science and Technology, second year. This morning, my topic is all about the photographic papers, black and white. Number 1. Characteristics of a photographic paper. A. Emulsion speed. Emulsion speed, a thin coating on photographic film or a paper that contains chemicals which are sensitive to light or a mixture of liquids. Number 1. Chloride paper has a slow speed and it's suited for contract printing. Number 2. Bromide paper has a fast speed and is recommended for projection printing or enlarging. Number 3. Chlorobromide paper is a multi-speed and could be used in both contact printing and enlarging. The contrast of an emulsion also affects the printing speed. For some papers, the lighter the contrast grid, the slower the speed. There B. Exposure and development latitude. Latitude is the degree of amount of which can deviate from the ideal exposure or development without appreciable loss of print quality. Number 1. Exposure latitude. Generally, photographic papers do not have a wide exposure latitude, so exposure must be critical at all times. Number 2. Develop latitude. Papers that do not change appreciable in contrast and image tone with reasonable variations in development has a good latitude. However, for the best quality, the developing time should be as near as those prescribed by the manufacturer. Letter C. Letter C. Contrast range or grid. In black and white printing, it is often necessary to adjust the paper contrast so they can yield a natural scene result from the negatives with density range that are either too high or too low. Some papers are available in several contrast range or grid, while others have built-in contrast controlled effect by the use of a filter on the enlarging lens or on the enlarger light source. In most photographic papers, the contrast range on grid are indicated by numbers 0 to 5. Number 1. Numbers 0 and 1 are used on overexposed or lower contrast negative. Number 2. Numbers 2 are used on normal exposed or normal contrast negatives. Number 3. Numbers 3 to 5 used in underexposed or high contrast negatives. Letter D. Physical characteristics. Under the category photographic papers comes in different surfaces, base thickness or weight and color. Number 1. Surfaces or photographic papers vary in surface texture or degrees, gloss or sheen. They are the glossy and smooth, semi-matte or silk, and the matte or the rough surface. Number 2. Base width or thickness. Under this category, we have the light width, single width, medium width, and a double width. Number 3. Color may be cold or white with a very slight blue cast, and the warm or cream, where the white has a slight yellow-brown line. And that would be all. Thank you.